So imagine, you can't imagine anywhere else in football where you can go in and be bad and go out 30 minutes later and be world class.
But to what extent do you think a player's ability to throw like that is influenced by their natural talent and genetics versus perhaps technique and training?
I think the most important thing is technique. Um, but I think technique is the most important. But actually, being strong is not the most important. No matter who you are, don't count yourself out. So first of all, I'll say the very most important thing is flexibility, especially in the shoulder joints, but also of course in the back. So I think the most important thing, if I should choose one thing that I either had genetically or I trained, that would be flexibility in the shoulder joints. So flexibility, and especially shoulder flexibility, is important either to have or train. The second thing is to have long arms, because you can say that if you have long arms, it's also an advantage because we are again back to the work ways. So again, do you have long arms? So again, back to your question. The physical stuff is important, of course. The most important thing is the technique to throw efficient as possible. But it's good either to be really flexible in shoulder joints, have long arms, or be tall or be fast. And sometimes it goes fast with improvement, and sometimes players are taking step by step. I just had a player who came to me in Denmark, in Kolding in Denmark, just like 2 weeks ago, individually, and he started with a throw of 23.70 meters. And he improved, and that was only like 25 minutes of technical training to 33.10, so almost 10 meters improvement. So imagine, you can't imagine anywhere else in football where you can go in and be bad and go out 30 minutes later and be world class, you know? And the main reason is, of course, because football players don't train it. I have 20 years of experience to make them learn this fast. So again, sometimes I wonder, even though I've been coaching the long throwing in many teams with a really big success, a lot of goals scored, I sometimes wonder why clubs are not calling me every day. Imagine to get me to the club, and then like when I go again, they have a new weapon. You can't get that anywhere else in football.